107.5 The Game Podcasting is sponsored by Modern Exterminating, a family-oriented company. Professional, honest, and dependable pest control solutions. We're your one-stop shop for all pests.
Yeah, we have really good staff. Our guys do a really good job. We've got guys, that are kind of more run-oriented, and they spend a little more time in the running game. And then we have guys in the pass area that are a little more pass-oriented. And then we all come together and talk, and then there's individual conversations. So yeah, it's a really good group. They're fun to be around. They're really hard. They coach really hard. They love their players. They get on them, but their players, I think that all our players would say they know that our coaches, love them, have their backs, and we all want to get the best out of each other. And it's kind of fun getting up every morning and starting that meeting with our 7:30 offensive staff meeting and getting ready for the day.
That's how the game plan gets put together.
All right.
There you go, Bob.
I like it. Everybody loves everybody. I love love.
I yell at you and then hug you.
Yeah.
We get the game plan. People get together, the pass side, the run side. Everybody gets together and they put the game plan.
I do think we see better offensive play this weekend.
Oh, I do too.
What that looks like, I don't know. I will continue to say you've got to find a way to utilize the best player on the football team.
No, absolutely.
I
agree 100%.
I know Lenoris can be a better thrower. I know he wants to be a better thrower. And it does. I think the whole team seems to be kind of in some second, third gear phase right now. Mm-hmm. I don't, and maybe it's because of who they started with that some of the things they were doing they were going to be absolutely certain we're going to win that game, and then we'll fold everything else in. I don't know. I don't have, and they can't tell us all that.
They won't.
So and maybe they shouldn't, right? Mm-hmm. But just whether it's designed runs, which I know you have been big on. Again, I'm honestly bigger, maybe not bigger. I'm equally, this is the wrong word, I'm equally satisfied when Lenoris says, play broke down, I'm gone. Conference opener for these two schools, and this one, look, I don't want to make too much of it, but we've been talking about it a lot this week. I imagine you guys will too. I know you just came out of a production meeting, but Diego Pavia circling this one, Tom, as the biggest game on Vandy's schedule. What does that tell you about where these two ball clubs are and what this matchup means?
I think probably if you walked into Diego's apartment and saw a calendar, he would have every Saturday circled, and it just kind of depends on who his audience is as to how much he plays that up. I mean, he plays with a chip on his shoulder and like his hair is on fire every weekend. And I didn't get a chance to talk to Diego today when I talked to the rest of the team, but, I think the idea of this game it goes deeper than Vandy's long losing streak. I don't think they've won in Columbia since 07
right.
or 08.
That's right, 07.
Yeah. I think it's deeper. I think the league has such incredible depth, and it's shifting every day. The landscape is shifting in terms of, like, who we think of as being elite and who we think of as being contenders, whatever you want that to mean. But I just think there's this big block of teams south of, let's say, Georgia. I thought it was Georgia, LSU, and Texas, but it may be just Georgia, and we'll know more on Saturday. There's this huge block of teams where they're going to be crabs trying to crawl out of a bucket, stepping on each other's heads, just fighting for survival. And that being the case, like, these are two teams very much that belong in that block. I think South Carolina's got a leg up on Vandy for a lot of different reasons. I should, but I don't know if the point spread reflects that to this point. But I think in this league, more so than ever, like, you've got to treat every game like it's a bitter rivalry, because one game, I mean, just ask Ole Miss how important one fourth down stop can be. They lose to Kentucky, and that's likely the game that keeps them out of the college football playoff last year. Ask Alabama how important it is to beat Vanderbilt. They go up there and they lose on the road last year, and yeah, they had other losses, but when you boil it down, that's probably the one that kept them out of the playoffs. So I understand, even though I don't understand everything about him, I understand why he's got this game circled.